Hey everybody, it's TYT Sports. Ben Mankiewicz and Chris Liss with you. Game of Thrones premieres Sunday. You can watch reviews immediately after the episode. Quick reaction on What the Flick with me and Cenk Uygur and John Idarola, Matt Atchity, eventually Anna Kasparian. Good stuff this season. I've screened a couple episodes.
Don't tell me. No spoilers.
Not spoiling anything. I'm just telling you. Considering how high the expectations were, they've risen, they met.
Nice.
It's good stuff.
Yep.
So Bleacher Report has put together Game of Thrones characters as figures, current figures from sports. And they did a nice job. They got 13 sports figures, sort of who they are in Game of Thrones. Some are pretty good. Some seem totally
Great
out of left
concept,
field.
bad execution.
Oh, really?
I
All
didn't
right.
like the guys they chose.
All right, let's take a look. Let's start here. Let's start right at the beginning. So they have Nate Robinson as Tyrion Lannister. It's a little funny.
It's just because he's small.
It's just a short joke and nothing more.
That's all it is.
Because Nate Robinson bounces around from place to place. He is a marginal NBA player who has played big in a couple playoff games. But Tyrion is a serious force to be reckoned with and should be represented by a more serious figure than Nate
he's
Robinson.
like the central character in the whole thing. I mean, Nate Robinson, he won the dunk contest like 15 years ago.
The dunk contest, I would like to point out for the 8 billionth time, has no defenders. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Not a real thing.
Right. Tyrion would never win the dunk contest on Game of Thrones, even if they lowered the basket to like 8 feet.
So they have Robb Stark. They have Andrew Luck as Robb Stark.
That's all right.
It's all right, but it's a beard.
Yeah.
Mike Ditka as Lord Mormont. That's okay. That one's not bad.
Yeah, that's all right. But he's a forgettable character.
I don't know. I liked him. Although again, so two of the last three characters are dead. This one is unfair to Johnny Manziel.
No, it's unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go with. I'm gonna go a little old school there. I think maybe Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf.
Ryan
Leaf.
as Joffrey.
No, too easy.
Weasley.
Derek Jeter is Joffrey. All right, there we go.
Derek.
There we
Jeter,
go. Come on.
Right. That's
Derek
too
Jeter.
much. Too much. He's an American hero.
All right.
Bryce Harper is Jon Snow.
No way.
I'm not buying that either.
No
First of all,
way.
he's not nearly Bryce. God bless him.
Not handsome enough.
Not handsome enough to be Jon Snow.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
Mark Sanchez is Jon Snow. He just looks like Jon Snow.
Peyton Manning as. Why are we going with Eddard?
No
Why can't
way.
we call him Ned?
And first of all, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is like, Carcetti, Littlefinger. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. The mayor of Baltimore.
The guy who calls the play while you're trying to run off the field. You know what I mean? Like the cheap guy,
No, and Ned Stark Ned Stark was one of the few characters on the show who's sort of pure of intention almost every step of the way.
Charles Oakley would be Ned Stark.
Yeah, we're not Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. That's what I'm saying. Their execution wasn't good. It's a great idea, but
right,
Charles Oakley's Ned Stark.
All right, who we got next? Anderson Silva as Khal Drogo. All right, I don't care.
I don't know. MMA is not my thing.
See, look, you could say this. I mean, it betrays Bleacher Report's animus because, if given a choice between who to hang out with, Tom Brady or Peyton Manning for the weekend, right? It's Tom Brady.
Of course, it's Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady. There's something wrong with Peyton Manning.
Yeah, right. Peyton Manning's like this weird corporate.
But you just resent Tom
machine.
Brady because he's incredibly handsome and has a supermodel girlfriend, but he's actually done nothing to suggest that you ought to.
I don't even resent. I think good for him because he's not a total douche.
Yeah. So those are dead wrong. I agree with you. Those are dead wrong. All right, let's keep going. This is flawed too. Gronkowski, I think, too flashy for Hodor.
Yeah, and Gronk is the Mountain, right?
Right.
Those guys, the Mountain's killing just randomly. The Mountain's the older brother, right? The guys that when you saw him, he's just murdering people just for the hell of it. That's Gronk when he catches the ball and those DBs try to tackle him and he just shoves them aside.
And he's flashy. He's taking pictures with with scantily clad women.
Yeah, porn stars.
Hodor is
Hodor's not going to be with.
Hodor's not flashy. I don't know who would be Hodor. What sort of
Mark Bavaro would be Hodor. I mean that's from way back, but he carried 6 Niners on his back for 20 yards.
George Murasan.
George Murasan.
All right, let's keep going.
Come on, that's not fair,
Roger Goodell, Tywin Lannister. I'm going to give him that.
No, he's not as smart as Tywin Lannister.
Nobody's as smart as Tywin Lannister.
Yeah, Tywin Lannister was competent. I mean, come on, Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell's like some official that got his head chopped off.
I said on Game of Thrones,
season 1,
as we were wrapping up the first episode of Game of Thrones, that Tywin Lannister is is Dick Cheney if Dick Cheney weren't always the dumbest guy in every room he's in.
Yeah, he's way more competent. I mean, Tywin Lannister is competent.
Right.
He's evil but competent.
That's right.
I have respect for Tywin.
That's right.
Lannister.
You have this begrudging respect.
He's
He's evil. He needs to be stopped.
He's a bad dude, but like he's competent. He's got his shit together.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. But that said, still there are a lot of things that make the Goodell Lannister thing, Tywin Lannister work. I hear you. And Kobe Bryant as Sir Barristan Selmy. This is not a role. Kobe Bryant is livid right now. If you watch this Game of Thrones, like you've made me an advisor. Right. To Daenerys?
Right.
Come on.
Oh, that's who that dude is. I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, he's just her.
No, Kobe is like
former head of the King's Guard.
I can't even think who Kobe is, but he's definitely somebody who thinks he's better than he is. You know, and there's people like that in Game of Thrones. You know, maybe
Kobe is more is Kobe might be
Ramsay
more,
Snow is Kobe.
Oh, that's
Ramsay
bad.
Snow
That's
is Kobe.
that's cold. I mean, Kobe might be Robb Stark.
Nah, Robb Stark is too naive and noble, you know?
Right, and too much of a leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robb Stark would pass the ball.
Yeah, Robb Stark would pass the ball.
Right. Robb Stark would take 37 shots.
Yeah. I actually threw a couple more. Carcetti, I said it was somebody, but Scott Boras is Carcetti. Mm-hmm. Carcetti meaning Littlefinger. Yeah. Actually, I think Game of Thrones is the prequel to The Wire, right? Carcetti evolves into the mayor of Baltimore afterwards. It's the character transformation's awesome.
I don't
Shaq is the Mountain. Could also be the Mountain.
Shaq could also be the Mountain, but he's so much more. Shaq is more. Who's the other one? The Mountain and who's the brother?
I can't remember his name, but he's a way bigger character than
the Hound.
The Hound.
The Hound. So Shaq is more the Hound because the Hound's a little funny.
Yeah.
And Shaq has that sort of magnetic personality. He's good on TV. Like he waits to strike, but very
Barkley's the Hound.
Barkley could also be the Hound.
Barkley's the Hound.
This is crazy. You know who Barkley might be? Barkley might be Tyrion. Like leave the hideout.
Yeah.
But Barkley, he's partying. He likes to have fun. But you get the feeling that he's a pretty smart guy. He can excel in a lot of different areas. I like that. If you get past the part that you want to make it a 5'8" NBA player.
Who's the swordsman that Tyrion hires? Like his buddy.
Oh, Bronn.
I think Barkley could be him, or David Ortiz could be him.
Could be Bronn. Like you like Bronn. You like everything.
Likeable. He's kind of lazy. Likes to eat and drink.
Right. Bit of a mercenary though. So you'd almost want somebody who bounced around from team to team, winning.
Maybe David Ortiz has been on the Red Sox too long.
Too long to be Bronn. But I like the Bronn reference. That's good stuff. And finally, we have a nominee here for Brienne of Tarth, one of my favorite characters, Ronda Rousey. Okay, I don't know who Ronda Rousey is.
She's like the MMA badass woman who, I think she's too attractive for Brianna, but I mean, otherwise it's a good fit.
Not a sport, not even a real thing.
Yeah, she can kick either of our asses though, very easily.
No question.
Not that that's a high bar to clear.
In better shape, tougher, badder, probably nicer, maybe smarter.
No,
not a sport.
I don't know about that, but the last two, who knows? But yeah, definitely kick our asses.
All right, thanks everybody. There you go. Game of Thrones premieres Sunday. Recaps immediately to follow. I think already we have a little preview of the season up on What the Flick, and our recaps follow immediately after the episode airs back east. So thanks for watching, everybody.